Welcome back to the Upper Echelon Podcast. We keep it real and we keep it jiggy over here. Cause why? Cause we ain't never ever scared. Hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And also, if you're here and you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscription button. Also, I have a goal today set for 10 super stickers or super chats. Any color, any amount, it don't matter. My Cash App is also pinned to the screen if you would like to donate to my channel. Let's get into the story, y'all, because I got to speak on it. Y'all know I mind my business, but I got to speak on this story. And I'm gonna it's a few reasons why I need to speak on this story, y'all. Number one, because I am a true advocate of domestic violence. I am against DV, period. Okay. And today, what we're going to go over is, oh, shoot, did my page go down? Hold on one second, y'all. We're going to talk about some signs of domestic violence. As you can see, I also have the National Domestic Violence Hotline scrolling across the bottom of the screen for anybody that may be dealing with a situation. If you are in a domestic violence relationship, or if you think that you're in a domestic violence relationship, if you have a friend or family member and you need to get some information or advice for them on how to get out, the safest way to leave the relationship, call that number and get whatever information that you may need, okay? There is a way to get out of domestic violence relationships safely. And I want to spread that message today. I want to say this, y'all. I want to say this. I'm going to start this live off by saying promoting a domestic violence relationship in a positive light, especially, now I'm not saying that one is worse than the other, but especially a physical domestic violence relationship. If anybody is promoting something like that, they are a sick and Lord, my voice almost cracked because this is how passionate I am. They are a sick and twisted individual. Period. Point blank. I don't care who it is. I don't care how long ago the DV happened. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I have witnessed in the past day or so somebody, and I'm not going to say that person's name because the particular person, it just is craving, dying for attention, okay? So I'm not going to say that person's name. But what I will say is I've actually heard somebody giving a shout out to an abuser. And it just really blew my mind. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me take care of something real quick. Hold on. We're going to get into this story in a minute, y'all. And we're gonna get into this story, and I'm gonna tell you guys how it relates to what I want to talk about. Okay, all right. Because hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I'm on the right. Give me 1 second. We have people on this platform. And we have people in this sector that are actually in agreement with promoting and encouraging a content creator right now to be in a domestic violence relationship. The thing about it is, if you're going to speak out against tragedy, then you have to be a part of the solution when it comes to preventative measures. I really think that people have to be careful. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Give me one. Sorry, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to monetize this really quick. Okay, boom. There we go. Hey, everybody coming in. Let me do my shout outs before we get into it, y'all. I just find it extremely hypocritical. Okay, we're gonna really deep dive into this in a moment. Okay, but I find it, I'm gonna do my shout outs in a moment, but I find it extremely hypocritical for anyone to even be on here speaking about this story as if it's a tragedy, as if it's this horrible thing, and it is a tragedy. But in the same breath, be promoting, supporting um, a relationship that has the capability of becoming tragic. It just is insane. We have people on here giving shout outs to somebody that spit on, strangled, and abused somebody's this young lady's kids. But then we are also on here talking about how tragic this situation is with Zaria Carr and the Frenchman. Now we're gonna get into this story real quick, but let me do my shout outs. Hey Latte Eminem, what's going on, Danny? Hey Sadie, Caramel Cutie, Pammy Poo. Y'all, the I can't even get to what I'm saying because I am so blown away by the hypocrisy. It's ridiculous. What's going on, Michelle Dawson? Hey Chocolate Season, Kimberly Merrills, Penny J, No More Drama, Stormy Black, Caramel, oh I'm sorry, Calm and Collective, Leela Johnson, that one. I think I said hi to No More Drama. Christina Hardy, Treasure Life, what's going on? Hey, Beverly Harris. Hey, Nina Edwards. Hey, Dreamy Girl. Trying to, what's going on, D Ham? Hey, K Brown, Just Jewels. Stephanie Landry. Hey, Miss Season, what's going on? Hey, Batenda. Let's see, did I miss it? Hey, Terry, what's going on? Thank you for that, Terry. Hey Martha, hey Carmel. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I tried to say everybody's name, but I really want to get into the topic, you guys. Let's talk about this viral story that just took place with a internet couple by the name of Zaria Carr. It's a married couple. Let me emphasize on that. A married couple, Zaria Carr and Shamarcus Carr, also known as the Frenchman. Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, so I don't know who's heard this story so far, but I think it just happened yesterday. But let me read this article to you guys just to give you a quick rundown. So this article from Black Enterprise was published today. It states a man takes his life after his wife is found unalive following a messy fight on Facebook Live. I'm going to play that live for you guys, okay? The Georgia Bureau of Investigation and the Wayne County Sheriff's Office are investigating the unalivings of a married couple that followed a disturbing fight captured on Facebook Live. Zaria Khadijah Carr, 27, was found unconscious and later pronounced unalive after authorities responded to a call at her home in Twin City, Georgia on June 13th around 9:30 p.m. So this occurred June 13th, okay? The GBI, which is the Georgia Bureau of Investigation's officials, say Zaria's husband, Shamarcus Jamil Carr, 36, could not be found. And Zaria's 2021 Dodge Challenger was also missing. Following an alert on Zaria's vehicle, law enforcement located the car in the Wayne County area around 11 p.m. When officers attempted to stop Shamarcus, who was inside of the vehicle, he later was unalive from a self-inflicted pew-pew wound. Okay, y'all know what that is. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office is investigating his unaliving, while the GBI Medical Examiner's Office will conduct an autopsy on Zaria Carr. Many on social media are responding to the disturbing incident that allegedly spilled over onto social media in a verbal dispute that occurred prior to their unalivings. The pair spewed out cheating allegations, financial woes, and threats of physical harm prior to law enforcement arriving at the residence. Stating he's getting mad because he doesn't like the truth coming out, Zaria told the camera in what appeared to be her last words online before she was found unalive. So sad and unfortunate, one viewer wrote in response. Individuals don't even take the time to realize that they have brought a little baby into the world. And then these are things that people are saying in the comments um, of the video. Individuals don't even take time to realize that they had brought a little baby into this world. Now that both of her parents are unalived by poor choices, the little girl has to be raised in the unknown world with no one to love her unless they have other family. Okay, then it goes on to say in the article that the GBI is investigating Zaria Carr's unaliving at the request of the Twin City Police Department and the Emmanuel County Sheriff's Office. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office is investigating Shamarcus Carr's unaliving as well. So that's just protocol. So of course they're going to be investigating, even though we kind of see what happened here. Okay, they had a domestic violence dispute. Shamarcus Carr, it seems that he unalived his wife. He took off in her car. The police chased him, and then he ended up unaliving himself. So that's what it looks like here. What I want to emphasize before I get into playing the video or the live stream that they did is it is so important to be genuine and authentic when you're speaking on something as serious as domestic violence. I understand that we are on social media. I understand that it's about money. It's about, hey, everybody coming in the room. Hey, Miss Jazz, Lisa Savoy, Robin Locks. I understand that when you're on a platform on social media, the focus is the money. I understand that. The focus is revenue. The focus is super chats, super stickers, appealing to your audience and telling your audience what they want to hear. But my concern is at what expense. It gives off a air of being very much so disingenuous. When you can get on your platform and sing the praises of somebody who you know is an abuser, is concerning. At what point are we going to start doing the right thing here? I'm not even talking about in general. I'm talking about in this sector. And when did it become so important to beef back and forth with each other that we will conveniently and purposely promote dangerous behaviors when you know that it's wrong? In this situation with Jamarcus and Zaria, I'm sure there were several signs online. Okay, and I'm gonna point out some signs of DV. Some may be very obvious to some, but some people don't know. So I'm going to make sure that I educate the audience on that tonight. But I want to talk about, I want to ask the question before I even get into this live video. At what point is being genuine, actually caring about people, going to become more important than how many super stickers you can make? We come from a sector where, yes, we're covering a DV story or a false DV story. We're talking about a woman who lied on a man about domestic violence in our sector. That's already been discovered. And now we understand that that same woman is in a relationship with a man who she has accused of committing domestic violence acts against her. How do we turn around and denounce what happened to this young lady, Zaria, and in the same token encourage what's going on with Brianna? I don't understand that. How can you? Now, we ain't gonna act like we didn't hear it. We got somebody that just got on the internet, on Beyonce's internet the other day, and gave a shout out to a man who we know strangled this woman. A shout out, y'all. And I feel like I'm in a twilight zone. A shout out to somebody who we know strangled this girl, who we know spit on this girl, who we know was physically abusive to this girl's child, who is not that man's biological child. And this is who they're uplifting. This is who they're supporting. This is who they're promoting. This is the relationship that they're romanticizing. But then when you have stories that come out like this one, everybody wants to talk about, oh, how, oh, I feel so bad that this happened to such and such, and it could have been prevented. There were so many red flags, but we're in a whole sector where we're actually seeing red flags in our faces right now with a whole internet couple. And it's being ignored and it's being promoted and songs are being made and they're being shouted out. I'm just trying to understand how this is any different. I'm gonna go to and I want to show y'all something on this dude's page. Now, this is the guy, for anybody that may not know about the story. Now, this is the guy here. Okay. Let me stay on topic, because first of all, this is him. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. This him right here. Okay. I want to show you guys something, because I want to show y'all how fake social media really can be, and how people can really try to present a certain look or a certain image to their platform or to their core audience that's not real. And people will take one video, one reel, one status, and assume that somebody's relationship is perfect from that. But I'm looking up and down his timeline, and I'm seeing several signs that shows that he's probably an abuser. Okay, I don't think that this is the first time that he's ever put his hands on her, because in this video that I'm gonna play after, I'm gonna show y'all a reel first. But this video, this live stream, when he said, "Yeah, I beat your ASS," and she said, "Yeah, but you beat my ASS because of such and such," almost like it was just a regular everyday thing, like she just used to getting her butt whooped. So obviously this has been going on. The abuse has been going on. This is nothing new. This is an abusive man. But let me play this. Now, this is very a far cry from what the reality, obviously, of their relationship was. But this is what they presented. Hey, listen, this is partially the image that they presented to the internet. This is why I want people to understand, especially, and I'm going to connect these two stories, because the LaTrue story and this story are both internet stories that both have something to do with domestic violence. Now, the LaTrue saga started off with a fake domestic violence claim, and then it segued, okay, then it transitioned into actual domestic violence. And then this situation here is also an internet story that has domestic violence involved. The thing that I find similar about these two things is that they present a certain way on social media. I want people to understand, and I know, and see, people are so blinded by their hatred for somebody that they don't even really know, that their common sense has failed them. Just because somebody posts a status on social media, just because somebody goes on vacation with somebody, just because somebody takes a picture with somebody or goes to church with somebody or posts a cute photo, it does not mean that domestic violence no longer exists in the relationship, or that it doesn't exist in the relationship. I've heard things about the situation with Janelle and Brianna from her supporters, such as, "Oh, they're working on it. Oh, he's working on himself. Oh, he's working on getting." How do you know what he's working on based off of a couple second reels that she posts on her page, a status here or there? That, all of that denounces the fact that she literally got on the internet and told y'all that this man strangled her and spit in her face. So we're going to forget about that, and then we're going to make songs and we're going to give shout outs to abusers. I just can't even believe, I don't even know where we at right now, if we on planet Earth, because it's not making sense how somebody could sit there with a straight face and say that they are mentally sound and give a shout out to somebody that strangled a woman. Now, see, this is a testament of what can happen when you have, when, number one, when you're in a DV relationship, it can always end in a fatality if it goes too far and goes unchecked and the person doesn't leave. But then when you have thousands of people telling you that what you're doing is cute, that makes it even worse. When you have a whole tribe of people telling you that you're not in a bad situation, you already mentally fucked anyway when you're in a DV situation. But then when you got a whole tribe of delusional motherfuckers telling you that there's nothing wrong with getting strangled and that was in the past, baby, you in trouble. A whole tribe of people giving shout outs to your abusive boyfriend, saying that he a good man. baby, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. It's already mentally fucking you up when you're in a domestic violence. Excuse my relationship, but I'm sorry, excuse my language, but I'm just gonna keep it real. You're already mentally screwed when you're in DV, because of physical domestic violence. The reason why most people stay is because they're being mentally screwed. That's number one. That's number one. So you're already being mentally screwed, and then you have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people telling you that your relationship is okay. They giving shout outs to the abuser. They saying he a good man. They saying he a millionaire and he's high value. It's really pathetic. It's fucking sick. And then sit around all damn day and talk about LaTruth and what LaTruth did or didn't do. He ain't even with the woman no more. This is getting sick, and it's making me question what the motive is here. I'm going to tell you what the motive is. I'm about to get to this video and I'm about to get to this live stream, but I'm going to tell you what the motive is. The motive has never been for Breonna supporters about domestic violence. I think that is abundantly clear. It has nothing to do with domestic violence. What's going on, Tabby? Hey, Marlena. I'm going to tell you what it's about. And I'm not talking about her supporters. Her supporters are sick people, okay? Her supporters are sick people, and I'm not even talking about them, okay? I'm talking about the leaders. I'm talking about, and I use that word very loosely. I'm talking about the content creators that support Breonna or pretend to. A lot of these content creators do not support Breonna, you guys. A lot of these content creators could care less. They don't support Breonna. They halfway don't even support her relationship. What it is these content creators know that they have a whole huge tribe of very sick, mentally ill, mentally disturbed, and confused women that want to hear that the things that Breonna is doing and the relationship that she's in is okay. They want to hear that. They'll pay to hear that, because either they're there currently and they're in denial, or they've been there and they're still in denial. They've been hurt and they want to hear that it's okay. And guess what? The content creators that support Breonna know that. They know that Breonna's wrong. They know that the relationship that she's in is dangerous and toxic, but they're so money hungry that they'll look past the fact that it's wrong, because they know that if they continue to tell their audience what the audience wants to hear, that they'll get super chats and super stickers and cash apps and views and likes. It's not about saving lives. It's not about advocacy. It's not about doing the right thing. It's about money. It's about money. Anytime you can give a shout out to an abuser and say that he a good man, Savannah, you are a sick bitch. Period point. You a sick individual. You are sick. Let's go ahead and play this. What's going on, Harmony? Let's go ahead and play this. I want to show y'all something. Now, this is one of the videos that they posted online.
Stop asking me, do I love that woman? And I do. And I ain't gonna play about her. Ain't nobody gonna play with her. I'm stepping 10 behind her.
You hear the video? Hey, listen to what the video is saying. I love this woman. I'm stepping 10 toes behind her. When are people going to realize that social media is just that, social media? Nothing is real on social media. Nothing is real on social media. It takes 2 seconds they probably just got into an argument. He probably whooped her behind the day before. But you guys, you only see what they post. So people have become so accustomed to seeing little short clips here, little short clips there. And this has become a social media world that we're at a point now where we're believing everything that we see. In the past, we didn't used to believe everything we saw. In the past, we used to know that just because we see it don't mean it's true. But now people are so engulfed in social media that they're not even living their real lives at this point. So now people are seeing things that are being posted and taking it as law. when it's not. Just because somebody can get on here and smile doesn't mean they're happy. Just because somebody gets on here and posts a Bible scripture doesn't mean that they're saved. You can get online and post and say anything. You can put on a mask, put on a front. Thank you, Harmony. I appreciate you, sis. Okay, so let's play this one more time. I want y'all to hear what this reel is saying.
Stop asking me, do I love that woman? And I do. And I ain't gonna play about her. And ain't nobody gonna play with her. I'm stepping 10 behind her. I don't give a fuck how bad we get into it and how we fall out. That's mine's over there.
Do you see how the promoting of toxicity in this relationship that they're promoting on their platform, that he's promoting on his platform? I don't care how bad we get into it. I don't care how bad it is. I'm gonna stick beside her. And remember that time that Brianna posted that status where she said she thought, or she shared it, where she thought that it was cute, where, oh yeah, we tear everything up and then the next day we right back together. Ha ha ha. That's not cute. That is not cute. And then you got to remember, and then also we're in a sector. Somebody said start it over. Start my goal over. Okay. We in a sector where people use relationships as insults. So if you're in a mind you, an insult in this sector amongst these women is, you ain't married, you ain't never been married, ain't never gonna get married. Okay. But then it's okay to be in a relationship where you getting your ass strangled. That's cool though. As long as you in a relationship, as long as you got somebody, it don't matter if he's strangling you. It don't matter if he's spitting your face. It don't matter. Back in the day, they used to say, long as you got piece of a man, it don't matter if you got a whole man. It don't matter what type of man he is, just as long as you got a piece of a man. That's the type of mentality that a lot of these bitches have, and it's fucking pathetic. It's pathetic. It really is. I'd rather somebody be single and safe than be in a relationship getting cheated on every fucking 5 months or every 4 months, getting humiliated publicly every time you turn around, getting slapped upside the head, getting car keys thrown in their face and telling them to go park the car. They kids getting beat on. I'd rather you be single. It ain't never that serious. Hold on. Said to restart it. Should I restart it? Is it still up? Oh, I see. Okay. Well, how about y'all? Okay, I don't know how to do it. Thank you, no more drama. Let's get to this live stream. Let's break this live down that was posted now. It's a couple things that I want to show y'all, but I want to get into this live stream, and I also want to show y'all a video that was actually posted. Oh, Harmony said yes, restart it. I don't really know how to. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I see. Well, let's see. Well, let me take it down. Remove. Oh, okay, I see now. Okay, I restarted it, y'all. Thank you for telling me. I didn't even know that it was getting ready to end. So let's get into this live stream, you guys. Thank you, that one. I just find you guys. I'm gonna say this. Some people in this sector, they just need to just hang the fucking towel up. And then here's the thing too. I'm gonna get into the live. I swear I am, or into the live stream that the Frenchman posted on his page. But what I want to say is that you have to be so careful when you have a platform, and the reason I say that is because people really pay attention to what you say and what you do. And I have found so many contradictions in what these people say that support Brianna. Nobody supporting Brianna needs to even say a fucking thing about this story. And the reason I say that, obviously, people can talk about what they want to talk about, okay, obviously. But the reason that I say that is because you cannot speak on this tragedy and in the same breath be supporting someone who is on their way to tragedy. You're helping them along. Yeah, girl, do your thing, girl. You go, girl. Stay in that domestic violence relationship, girl. He gonna change, girl. Who tells somebody that? How genuine are you? Would you tell your sister to stay with somebody that strangled them? Would you tell your daughter to stay with someone who strangled them and spit on them? Would you tell any female family member that you care and love for, like y'all say y'all support, care, and love for Brianna, to stay with somebody who has been that violent against them? No, you would not. I know I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't tell if my daughter came to me once she's grown or once she's old enough to date or whatever, that her boyfriend done strangled her. Oh, it ain't even you should leave him. Is you gonna leave him immediately. There ain't, why in the world would I say, oh girl, it's so, you know what? People make mistakes and people change. Oh, he just, oh, what you, girl, just a little bit of strangulation. Oh, girl, that's okay. He probably, y'all could work on it. So if you wouldn't tell your daughter that, why would you tell somebody else's daughter that? And then it ain't no way possible to even explain that shit away. Why would you tell somebody else's daughter that they should stay in a relationship that is dangerous to them and to their children if you wouldn't give that same advice to your own child? Why are you giving dangerous advice to someone else's child? I'll tell you why, because you don't give a fuck. Because that's what your audience wants to hear. Because that's what's going to get the super stickers and super chats. Come on, morality has to come in somewhere. I know it got to be just a little bit of morality, just a little bit deep down. If you dig deep down enough, it got to be some good down there up in you to say, this ain't right. And if a nigga strangled my daughter, I would not support that shit. I would not be on the internet talking about how he's a high value man. I would not be on the internet talking about how he can change. I would not be in defense and in support of that type of relationship when it comes to my child. So why would I be giving that advice to someone else's child? But then these same people turn around and talk about how dark and demonic this saga is. Well, I guess fucking so. I guess so. I guess so. When you can totally ignore domestic violence for a fucking $5 super chat. I guess so. I guess it is I guess it is demonic. And apparently his name is Frenchman because he breeds French bulldogs. He breeds French bulldog. I thought it's because he looked like a French bulldog. That's what I thought, because he damn sure looked like a French bulldog. So that's what I thought it was until I looked furthermore into his page. He looked just like a little Frenchie in the face. Ass hanging out. I wish my daughter would bring some bullshit like that up in my fucking house. And they got a daughter.
What's going on, y'all? I'm gonna cook some lasagna. Y'all tap in. Told y'all I was going live. Y'all tap in.
Totally off topic, but you're not cooking anything for me with ashes from a black and mild falling up in my food. Oh, that's the first of all.
Y'all tap on in. Y'all tap on in. This ain't cooking with Kaya. It's cooking with Mark. Who is it?
Is this the video? Okay, hold on. Let me.
You know, I came home from prison. Drama. So.
And then look, my people ain't. Last time you was live,
They
I'm gonna report from this other page.
oh, that's you want to report it. Yeah. Tell that nigga that goddamn you.
Thank you, here. Man, put that black dye in my hand.
Look at him. You ain't hungry, ain't you?
No, I ain't hungry. Put that fucking black dye in my house for real. You know my baby can't be around that shit.
It ain't lit.
It is. It's thank you, here.
It ain't lit.
You done smoked it. No, the ashes right there on my fucking floor.
It ain't lit.
They ain't finna cook shit. What this address is?
Nigga, I die single, nigga. I marry myself like Dennis Rodman before I fuck with a nigga like him. Ugly ass nigga. Ugly, nasty mouth ass nigga. Pot belly ass nigga. I wish I would. I die single. It's a lot of bitches that would settle for some shit like that because it's a lot of hoes on here that can't be single. People act like being single is a bad thing, and it's not. Sometimes it's okay. Before I settle for some shit like this, if me and this nigga was on an island alone and it was just me and him, I'd be celibate. It's cool. It's all right.
Hey, watch out now.
Well, turn my phone back on.
Watch out now.
Turn my phone back on.
Tell that nigga that goddamn you just called to put turn it on.
I ain't called. I texted him.
Oh, whatever it was.
Turn my phone back on.
So, I'm gonna wait till y'all get on here.
Get reported, Carter. I'm gonna report from this other page.
Oh, that's you want to report it.
Yeah, Harm. From what I see, they were both toxic. From what I see, they were both toxic. But I seen a couple of disturbing comments. Like I saw one that said, they were both toxic. Here going this looks like one right here. They were both toxic. She was antagonistic towards him. You know what, y'all? Listen, never mind. You know what? I get on that after I finish playing the live.
So first, you got to get your seasoning or whatnot. I'm gonna go with the complete season, motherfucker.
Who knows, Deputy? Where she go? Who knows, Deputy Sheriff? Is very possible. It's very possible that she thought that shit was cute because we live in a society in a day and age where people promote toxic relationships. They say that they denounce them, but do they really? Because when you look on social media, when you look on YouTube, when you look at a lot of things that these women are saying, from my observation, they promote toxicity in relationships. They think it's cute. They believe in giving chance after chance after chance after a nigga beat the dog shit out of you. They say that you should give him another chance. He gonna change. That is the world that we live in, that people are so scared to be single. As a matter of fact, people are so scared to be single. People are so scared to be single parents, even if you're not a single parent, single woman. Being alone people fear that. There is some sort of social stigma against being single. Why do y'all think that that's the insult that a lot of these women on social media use anytime they get into it with another woman who they know or think is single? You ain't even got no man. Where your man at? Meantime, they probably getting fucked up on at home. You know what I'm saying? It's a social stigma against it. That's my dog. Hey, stop. So this is my take on it, y'all. This is my commentary. This is what I believe. I believe that a lot of women put up with what they shouldn't put up with because they're trying to avoid criticism. They're trying to avoid comments from people like, oh, she's single again. They're trying to avoid that because there's not a social stigma against men being single. As a matter of fact, when you see a single man taking care of a child alone, that is considered honored. That is considered a wonderful thing. Like, wow, you know, people look at, even if it's not a single man, if a woman sees a man with his child alone, say at the grocery store or at the park, or people look at that like, oh, look at him taking care of his baby. Look at that, as if that's not something he's supposed to be doing. I've heard men say that they take their children out because they're like bitch magnets. You know what I'm saying? They know that they'll get a woman to approach them quicker with a little kid next to them, right? But when you look at the flip side of it, it's no longer so attractive when you see a woman, especially a black woman, alone with a child. Oh, that is a social, that's socially unacceptable. Oh my God, is she a single mother? God forbid. What did she do wrong? Oh, well, why he didn't stay with her? Oh, well, is she toxic? Or maybe she ain't wife material. Oh, well, what's wrong with her? It's always negative when it comes to a woman taking care of a child. Or when you see a woman that's single. Well, why you ain't had no kids yet? If she ain't got no kids. Well, why you ain't had no kids yet? Well, you about almost 40, 30 something. You still ain't got no man. Well, you still ain't married. But when you see a man that's not married or doesn't have kids, oh, he must have a lot going on for himself. He's pretty selective. He's looking for a queen. It's always positive. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Now, I know that this is life, right? And there are stereotypes for, you know, and contradictions or whatever for both sexes. You know, men could do this, and if women do it, it's a problem. Women can do this, but if men do it, it's a problem. That's the world that we live in. But I'm just trying to get you guys to understand how something like this can happen. Why people think that it's cute to be in a toxic relationship. Why people think it's acceptable. Why people think that you should try to stick it out. There are, I don't want to get too far off topic because I want to finish playing this live stream. But I talked to one of my, I'm not even gonna say that. I talked to someone today, right? It was like random. We were having a conversation and she talked about how before she got married, she had to go to premarital counseling, I believe at her church. And she said that before they got married, there were certain things that she told her now husband what was a deal breaker for her. And two of those things were, don't put your hands on me. It's number one. Ever don't put your hands on me. And if you do, that's a deal breaker. There's never, ever going to be enough apologies to ever fix the relationship. Then this woman, I don't know how old she is, but I know she's over 50. Then she said her second deal breaker was, don't ever raise your voice at me. And if you do, and you know that happens, that's a deal breaker. So I have to ask her, so your husband's never raised his voice? She said, no, it's gotten there before. But what I do is I remind him that's a deal breaker for me. That is not how I like to communicate, and we reel it back in. That's what you call a healthy relationship. You have to have deal breakers. Everything is not worth working past. Okay? I just don't understand how someone could fix their lips to say, yes, we all know that this young lady came out and said that she was strangled by this man, but that's okay. They can work through that. Some things you cannot work through. You putting your hands around my neck and cutting off my air supply is an attempt to unalive me. I've said this before. What else does anyone expect from cutting off a person's air supply? After all, you need your air to live. So if you put your hands around, and this is common knowledge. So if you put your hands around my neck and you squeeze in an attempt to cut off my air supply, what does that mean that you're trying? What exactly would that person be trying to do to me? That would be attempted what? But then you sit there and you feel sympathy for this woman in this car in the story with Zaria Carr and Shamarcus Carr, but you promote and give shout outs to a man that put his hands around a woman's neck and attempted to strangle her. You gotta make this make sense.
You cook.
It's different to hear more than got that we cook.
So yes, sheriff deputy, they were both toxic. They were both toxic. But what's even more toxic is the narrative of what a cute, I'm gonna say cute, I'm just gonna keep it at that, the narrative of what a cute relationship is. Okay, or what is the it relationship, what people aspire to be in their relationship, what people look up to. These days, people look up to toxicity. They just do. They just do. You see memes about it everywhere.
How old are you?
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, how old are you? I'm talking about, listen, last time you were live, he was like, boy, you look like you set up and doing shit like that. Don't know it.
I look like hell stand with a bitch who done burnt me. The fuck is
Okay, y'all, I restarted my goal. So if you guys want to help me reach my goal, I restarted it.
you talk about? Hey, you talk about? Y'all tap in. So, as y'all know, I come with the drama. So,
And then look, my people ain't even know this shit, but he
all y'all
the
that know my story, you remember a couple months ago I went live.
Thank you, Deputy Sheriff.
My story is, I came home from prison, and I came home married, and before all that, I done ran into the CO, which is the person that came, right?
I ain't lying. I hope they give him a Facebook shit. You put him in the wrong shit. You need some damn money.
So, whole time, we all know, like, if I go do their thing when they with niggas in prison and shit. So, I really been, playing my little card, came into, before that, I was doing my thing in prison when I met her. Taking care of.
Well, you got that money from Kelso. Stop lying on them damn people.
I can say this not funny, y'all, because this is a tragic story, but I'm gonna say this. I could tell the nigga lying, okay? Talking about, anytime somebody make their side of the story just sounds so peaches and cream, I could tell his ass lying anyway, okay? And then another thing, this is what I want to ask, because this is also a similarity between this story and the fake DV story with the LaTruth saga. It's a real DV story now, but it started out fake, right? But I wanna say that both of these stories have something else in common, and that's the internet. How both of these, people felt the need to go live and tell the internet what was going on. I always wonder, like, what do you feel that the internet is gonna do? What is the internet gonna do by you telling them? You are. This is how I look at it. Now, I do agree that they're both toxic, but the way I look at it is the person that decides to pick up the phone and turn on live, because I don't believe that she did. Correct me if I'm wrong, because if she did, I haven't seen it yet. The person that picks up the phone and decides to hit the live button and start talking in the middle of a dispute like this, I feel like they're doing it to make the other person look bad. And anytime somebody is going out of their way to make themselves look like the angel and make the other person look bad, that's a narcissist red flag right there. Why couldn't this conversation have been, first of all, it's not a conversation because he's not talking to her. He's talking to the camera. So all of this is just weird anyway. Same thing that Bree Bizzle did. Bree Bizzle picked up the phone in the middle of an argument. And well, she may not have picked it up. Well, she posted it online. We found out through Brianna because she brought it to the internet. Now, at the same time, the truth was also recording, but he hadn't posted it to the internet. He was recording for his own safety. Brianna, on the other hand, had put this stuff all out on the internet already, right? In an attempt to say, hey guys, look, I'm the victim. Anybody that is that thirsty and that quick to let somebody know that they're the victim, I don't believe that they're the victim. I believe that the other person is the victim.
I'm going all the way back to Augusta State.
You got that money from council.
I'm going back to Augusta State.
Oh, well, you owed me. I mean, I was helping you.
Yeah, so.
They said get to the point. You got them around the bush.
This gonna be a long story, so if they ain't getting their popcorn ready, shit, they ain't gonna goddamn get.
Thank you, Harmony. Jazz said, my sister didn't leave after repeated DV. Oh my God, 67 times and left in her home 3 days before she was found. This conversation is needed. And thank you so much, Miss. You know what, Miss Jazz? Thank you for being transparent and sharing that story, because as hard as it is to hear stories like that, that is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's the reason why I created my page and started speaking out against someone who was turning domestic violence into a joke. Okay? Turning it into a joke. This is what domestic violence not only affects the person, the people in the relationship, but it affects the children. It affects family members, mamas, daddies, sisters, and people lose their lives behind something like this. So for somebody, y'all, I know I keep saying it, but I just cannot believe that anybody would comfortably sit on a public platform and uplift and promote a situation that could potentially become fatal. Because like I said, anytime you're in a domestic violence, anybody, because it's 200 people in this chat, I can almost guarantee that someone in this chat is currently in a DV relationship. So I want you to know that if you're in a DV relationship, find out, call the number at the bottom of my screen. Find the proper resources. Learn how to leave safely, because there is a way to do it. You don't just up and go. You don't announce that you're going. That's the most dangerous time in a DV relationship, is when you are trying to leave or planning to leave. So you want to do it strategically. You want to do it safely, because a lot of times when a relationship is getting ready to end and it has been a domestic violence relationship, that's when people unfortunately start to lose their lives. So you have to be very careful in that when you're in that space where you're ready to go. But I want people to understand that you look at Miss Jazz's comment and recognize how serious this is. I'm not being dramatic. If you're in a domestic violence relationship, I'm just gonna say it. You are on your way to a fatality. Anytime somebody can put their hands on you in that way, you're headed towards this storyline. You're headed towards your picture all on social media. You're headed towards your picture all on the news. So just keep that in mind when somebody tells you, or if you tell yourself, oh, he can change. Oh, it only happened that one time. Well, it probably won't happen again. Oh, he didn't mean it. Or whatever other excuse you're given to stay in a relationship. Just understand that that is a situation that can turn fatal. And you have to love yourself and love your life more than you love that person. Okay?
Gets to her. So
I'm gonna tell you, he finna get every bitch you got them food.
So this motherfucker here, inside here, and play me. She used to get a lot of, you saw the text on her. She used to get text. She was fucking the nigga. She would get the text on. Long story short, cool.
Then he just capped on me like I already had tattoos before 3 years ago.
She been cheating on it off.
Cheating on it
off. I've been cheating. I've been fucking off doing my thing.
He just said I got all my tattoos from
she get pregnant. So I fuck around.
I got what?
And cheat while she was pregnant. First time cheating. I went in home about.
That was your first time, nigga.
About a year.
Pay $100 for phone numbers, but won't pay no bills.
So
I feel like she's not taking him serious. I don't think that she because she's smiling, she's laughing, she's not understanding where he's at mentally right now.
Again, she saying that, but I was paying bills when I wouldn't even stand here from prison.
Well, you didn't pay when you stay here, shit.
Appreciate
the motherfucker goddamn had the nerve to try to validate her cheating with me inboxing girls and shit while I'm in prison. Shit, I needed a pen pal. You feel me? So,
I want the pen pal. What you mean?
So she validated that while she around here getting fucked. Okay, so I come home. Back to the point. She get pregnant. My daughter, like y'all done seen on my page. I get caught up cheating. So she calling my phone. She calling my phone. So she come and tell me, "Oh, I'm cooking lasagna, my boy."
Why does she? But y'all, I can't. Let me look at some of these comments because y'all, I just don't understand why this is, and I'm of course never blaming the victim because she's definitely a victim in this situation. But I'm just observing her behavior and her response to what's going on. And sometimes people laugh and joke when they're nervous. You know, some people don't give the proper or what you would think would be the proper response in a tense moment or in a dangerous situation. You're like, what the heck they laughing at? You know what I mean? And sometimes it's a reaction that is out of nervousness but it doesn't seem like that with her for me. It seems like she really doesn't realize that she in danger. I could pick up on, and it could be possibly because I know what ended up happening in the end. Now that I'm watching what happened beforehand, I can see how serious he is, but I'm getting a very sinister feeling watching him. Like while he's talking and he has this evil smirk, he's not even paying attention to what he's saying. It's like he's not even there with her. I get a very weird feeling from him. And it's like she not picking up on that. One and only Miss Jessie, hey, she said this situation was a wake-up call for some, but they can't see it. God do everything for a reason. They was a wake-up call. Yeah, for a lot of people. Lisa said, yeah, that's what I can't understand. Sunshine said, hello, Upper. Hey, Sunshine, welcome in. Hey, Blueberry. Because regardless if he's on live or not telling their business, why bother him? He was minding his business cooking. Right. Why is she even there? That's the question. I wouldn't even been there. Anita said, people said this was normal for them. This wasn't the first live. You know what? I was trying to find another live stream. I'm about to finish this one out and I want to show y'all something else. Okay, so she ended up taking the phone. Hold on, let me pull this down real quick because I want to go to another video that I think I posted it on my page. Let me see. See, I think what happened was the other video got deleted. Danny said because she's not taking him serious because she's been there several times before. Yeah, yeah. Upper, she should have never rung that damn doorbell to begin with. But he's in her house, right? That's her house, right? Deputy said she kept antagonizing the man, not saying what he did was right because he was wrong as F, but she could have went on about her business, but she was too busy worried about what he was saying in the live. It was crazy. Alexis said no because she liked to push buttons. Valerie said he is being serious and she joking about it. And I'm like, I'm not understanding why she was being so, joking so much. You can, like I said, I could tell how serious he was. Let me pull this video up. Hold on. Upper, she should have never had. I heard that too. It was normal for them. Then why she ain't got a key to her own house? Why she ringing the doorbell? The reason I thought it was her house was because when she finally got in, she said, "I know you're not smoking that black in my house." And he was like, "I'm not. It's not lit." So either that's both of their house. Maybe she had left her key in there and he locked the door or something. Veronica said she wasn't nervous. She didn't take him serious. They was both toxic. Prayers for their kids. Yeah, this is sad.
You try hit me.
Say something.
You try hit me.
Say something else in my life, bitch. Sit back and listen.
He said, "Say something else in my life, bitch." Like what?
Sit back and listen. So
he lied though.
If I get off the line, you ain't gonna make it out the door, and I'm gonna do it to you. So the best thing for you to do is shut the fuck up and listen to the lie. I'm telling the story, bitch.
You lied though.
What?
But you're lying.
I ain't lying about shit. She don't want me to tell it because she knows she's lying.
I think you lying. You talking that nigga big.
Let me tell the story, bitch. Gonna show the nigga with that nigga.
You try hit me.
Say something.
He looking for something. You see this? He looking for something to he looking for something to do something to her right now. Oh, Harmony said the screen door was locked. Kim Kobe said it's deleted, but someone has it on their Facebook page. Can somebody send it to me on Facebook if y'all can find it? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so Red Dimple said it's both of their house. Yeah, Harmony. I'm like, wait a minute, what's he going to go get? Because he said say something else, and he turned around and go pick something up.
You try hit me.
Say something else in my life, bitch. Sit back and listen.
Oh, he did. I didn't see that. Hold on, can I replay this? I can't replay. I gotta let it.
Sit back and listen. So,
oh my God, he did pick up a knife.
Lied though.
If I get off the line, you ain't gonna make it out the door, and I'm gonna do it to you. So the best thing for you to do is shut the fuck up and listen to the lie. I'm telling the story, bitch.
You lied though.
What?
But you're lying.
I ain't lying about shit. She don't want me to tell it because she knows she's lying.
I think you lying. You talking that nigga big.
Let me tell the story, bitch. Gonna show the nigga with that nigga.
You try hit me.
She said you trying to hit me. You tried to hit me.
You try hit me.
Say something else in my life, bitch. Sit back and listen.
Stab me.
Sit back and
She said you finna stab me.
listen. So
he lied though.
if I get off the line, you ain't
Shoot, somebody pick up but how many signs do somebody gotta know that somebody's serious though? Because I didn't see all of that till Harmony just said it. I saw when he had turned. He turned and it looked like, because he said say something else. And it almost like when your mama say something else and turn around and look for a belt, look for anything to pop you with. That's how he turned around, like he was trying to grab something. But I didn't see what he had picked up though. And so I didn't hear what she said either. So she said, "Oh, you trying to stab me? Well, shoot, if you seen what he had, why are you asking him? You should be running." She wasn't taking this serious enough for me.
gonna make it out the door, and I'm gonna do it to you. So the best thing for you to do is shut the fuck up and listen to the lie. I'm telling the story, bitch.
You lied though.
What?
But you're lying.
I ain't lying about shit.
I'm getting, but you know what? Now I'm getting that she's starting to look a little fearful now. Maybe not before, like in the live that I just played, she was doing all of that laughing and taking his phone. But she just seen him pick that knife up, and I'm seeing her demeanor slowly start to change, and they're both starting to get serious.
She don't want me to tell it because she knows she's slime.
Yeah, so they were starting to get serious. I feel like she's egging the stuff on. She could have been left. Yeah, I noticed that too, Allure. Deputy Sheriff said, Sunshine, she was, and that's the worst thing you can do when dealing with a toxic man fighting demons. Valerie said, was she pew-pewed? I think she was pew-pewed because he pew-pewed himself. I heard news reports that say she was. Yeah, I don't think that he used that knife in this instance. But the reason why, that part is important, even though he didn't take her out in that manner, it shows that it shows how close to the edge he already was. He was already getting ready to do something to her. You know what I mean? And we don't know. I'm assuming that that after this live ended is when he unalived her. That's what I'm assuming, because that's the last time I believe anybody had heard anything from her. Okay, he strangled. Oh. I thought he pew-pewed her. He strangled her. You guys, that makes this story even more. I didn't know that. I thought that he pew-pewed her. I thought that I read that he pew-pewed her. He strangled her. Did you guys remember earlier in this live where I was telling you guys how serious it is? And I think I did a live before. I want to say it was probably like a month and a half ago or something. Like, y'all probably don't even remember. But I was talking about that situation where I can't think of the names right now, but it was a football player. And the football player was in an argument with his girlfriend. Now, all of this was caught on surveillance video. And he ended up strangling the girlfriend until she urinated on herself. And the video was captured on in the hallway, and it went viral. And the girlfriend came out and exposed how, he was abusing her, and really he strangled her until she stopped moving and she urinated on herself. And then he ran. So I think that he thought he had unalived her. I forget the name of the football player. I'll have to find it another time. But I did do a story on it about a month and a half ago. And during that live stream, I was talking about how dangerous it is to do that to someone. I mean, I've heard stories of where kids, high school kids or whatever, are playing with each other. I remember when I was in high school, there used to be this thing that the kids used to do to each other. And thank God I don't see nobody doing it now, but it used to be called putting somebody to sleep. And it was a particular way that you could hold somebody's neck or a particular pressure point to where you could press it and make the person faint. And the kids used to play that game. It used to be called putting people to sleep. I don't know if they did that where y'all from, but where I'm from, they used to do it in high school and stuff. And basically you'll push on that pressure point and the person will faint. And I remember a story coming out where, not in my school, but I remember a story coming out in Chicago around that time where a high school kid had actually passed away from playing that game. It's very dangerous anytime you cut off somebody's air supply. You can't play like that, and you darn sure can't be when you're being serious, right? Because the thing about it is when your adrenaline is rushing, and the reason I use that example is just to show how easy a fatality can happen when you cut off somebody's air supply, when you're messing with somebody's neck. You know what I mean? But strangulation is so dangerous because oftentimes when it comes to people being unalived in that way, a lot of times it's what you call a crime of passion. A lot of times it's not necessarily something that is premeditated. It's something that kind of just happens in the heat of the moment, in anger or frustration, because you're grabbing somebody. You don't know how long you would have to hold that person's neck in order for them to be unalive. So you're taking a risk by doing it anyway. And you're in a moment to where you're so angry that you might let go too late. And that's why a lot of people pass away from strangulation. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm not going to say always, but most of the time it's not planned. It's in the heat of the moment. It's in the heat of passion, the heat of anger, the moment of anger that people lose their lives due to strangulation. But anytime somebody can get so angry to where they want to put their hands around your neck and cut off your air supply, and I'm gonna say it like that every time because that's exactly what they're doing. That's very dangerous. That person has no self-control. And if that person has done that one time, it's possible they can do it again. So we got a situation here where it's a real domestic violence situation. This directly mirrors the LaTrue saga, the situation that Brianna is in right now. I mean, it's almost identical to the point where it's kind of scary. And somebody in the chat said earlier that this is a wake-up call for some people. It's a clear sign that people aren't taking heed to it. It's kind of scary how similar these situations, that these stories are. Two social media couples, both of them are toxic. Both of them are taking stuff to social media. He has been abusive in the past and is currently still abusive. And she passed away due to strangling. That is very similar to what Miss Brianna is dealing with. The only difference is that Brianna is being uplifted in this relationship, and her abuser is actually being praised. That's really the only difference. I don't see another difference. And that she's still alive, and it hasn't turned fatal for her yet. Hopefully it doesn't, but that's the only difference I see in the stories. One and only Miss Jess said, I feel like he was so angry and to unalive and ain't mean to do it and ain't want to go to prison and was guilty of hurting her because I know he loves her. I don't know. I wouldn't call that love. I don't know what that was, but I wouldn't call it love though. It might have been a soul tie. It may have been some sort of infatuation, or it definitely wasn't healthy. And if it's not healthy, I don't think it's love, because I think that he has put his hands on her before. This is a very toxic situation. Obsession, maybe, I don't know, but I don't think he loved her at all. Maybe he thought he did. Maybe he thought he did. But when you love somebody, you love them enough to let them go. You love them enough to walk away from them. Because at a certain point, it becomes unhealthy to where you want to take their life. Deputy Sheriff said he's a MFing coward anyway, gonna take that young lady life away from her kids, then take his own. A coward. It really turned when she said, don't make me say, oh yeah, you know what? I heard a couple of things about that situation now. It was some people in the comments saying that when she said that Odie is somebody that he was messing with on the DL, and initially I believed that because he did say that he was in prison. But then I've seen other people saying that actually Odie is a person that he had unalived in the past. And he had actually went to that person's funeral and pretended like he really didn't know anything about it. So that's actually more believable that she thought, or he may have thought. Now, there's a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors going around. But apparently Odie is somebody, this is just one of the stories, that he actually unalived. And nobody ever found out who did it. He actually went to the funeral and acted clueless and grieved with everybody else. That's why I heard that story too. Now, I don't know which one is true, but he could have unalived her because he thought that she was going to tell, you know? Thank you, Marla, for that super chat. She says, tragic situation. Supporting your goal and letting you know your unbiased and real perspective is always appreciated. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, Harmony, I agree. I don't see that love was anywhere in that. I could see why somebody would say that he really loved her, but I could see why somebody would say that. But No, it wasn't love. He might have thought he was in love. She might have thought they was in love, but that wasn't love. Harmony said, did it actually come out who Odie was? Harmony says, no, Odie was a best friend and had set him up. So Odie set up the person that was unalive. Is that what you're saying? Or did Odie set up Frenchman? Sunshine said, this bringing back to what I went through is so surreal for me. I'm glad that you made it out. I'm gonna drop the link. I want to see if anybody has something to say. I'm noticing that I don't drop the link nearly as much as I used to. I used to drop the link all the time, y'all, and I just stopped. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Yes, he was crazy. It was too many signs for her to leave because I would have been left. He was too calm. He was. That's the scary part. He was too calm. I don't see how she didn't peep that. I am very observant. Hey, just kind of off topic, but not really. Do y'all remember Kevin went live? This probably was this weekend. He said something that I thought was really, first of all, it was really true when you think about it. He said that oftentimes when somebody is really going to do something to you, or when you're really in danger, the person is calm. The person is quiet because they want to get you and they don't want to give you any warning that they're going to get you. And he kind of likened it to a dog. When a dog is rah, notice it's always those little itty bitty dogs doing all of that barking. Is because they know that they can't physically do anything to protect themselves or to harm you, really. Especially if you're a larger dog, a larger creature, or a human, there's not much they can do. But the barking, they feel like that will scare you, right? And they don't want to have to fight with you. They don't want to have to attack you because there's a high probability that they'll lose. So oftentimes when somebody's not going to do anything to you, they make a lot of noise. But when somebody is planning on possibly causing you some sort of harm, they're calm, they're quiet, and they don't want to give you that warning that, hey, something getting ready to happen, because then that'll give you time to brace yourself. In other words, they want to devour you with no resistance, no warning. Elizabeth said, she said, don't make me tell. She said, don't make me tell. And then she did tell. He set Odie up to be right. I didn't hear that part. Is that on the one that they, let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Is that on the one that was the one that was deleted? To be robbed, and that's when he grabbed her, and the live ended. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Who page is it on? Let's see.
So she's standing out here in the yard. She on the phone with a nigga. I can hear her because she had it on speakerphone. Nigga talking about, oh, I want to get drunk. Da 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 da. here it is. She asked this nigga, oh, so which car you want? Like, she flexing. Oh, which car you want me to drive? You want me to drive the Challenger? You know what I'm saying? All that shit, like, she catering to a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I hear all this shit. So I ask her, I'm fresh out too. First day out. So I asked about it. Oh, that was my friend. I can't have friends. Any of y'all that's on here that know, if y'all comment, say anything, any of that shit, she got to do the most. So we on the same time. So
you in every bitch inbox, you just can't take what you did.
So here it is, boom. I get out. I asked her about it. She telling me, oh, that's my friend. I can't have friends. Can I have friends? Oh, you easy. You a fuck, so I don't. But you done fucked multiple niggas. Here it is. She talking about it. Here it is.
She's talking about two.
She talking about it years ago. Bitch, I'm in prison, so of course I ain't gonna know. So here it is. You gonna tell me. You gonna tell me now. So here it is. Boom. You gonna tell me. Oh shit. I did this. I fucked them. I did this. I did all that. But remind you. Now, I ain't just a nigga calling her, oh, I did this, I did that. In the beginning, when I went in, I went broke because I got fucked up. I had to get me a lawyer, all that shit, girl. And I was fresh out. I went back to prison in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So, here it is. Now, months later, I done came into a goddamn a settlement. Months later, while I'm in prison in December. That next year. So boom, now here it is. You know, I'm straight now. I'm feeling like she riding. I'm taking care of, looking out for her, giving her money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about a little bit. I had like 100 racks in my account, and she had access to all of it. You know, okay, if it was more than that, oh, okay. So what? So she had access to all that. Boom. So here it is. She coming around. We're in prison.
So basically, I'm looking at y'all comments because a lot of y'all are saying. A lot of you guys are saying that basically you feel that she was unalive because she talked too much. She said too much when it came to that situation. Yeah, Sunshine. It's a long 2-hour video of them, and it's at the end. It's at the end. Is this the one? This probably is the one. Hold on. Yeah, because I think I see.
And you lied like, when you came home from prison, it might be true. When you came home from prison, you threw your paperwork out the window. And while you telling shit, tell them about that story. Tell them about the shit with what is it called, Odie? Whatever the shit.
Who?
Whatever his name.
Obi. By Obi? What about it?
Tell him that part.
What about it?
Tell him.
You tell him. What about it?
You can try to put my shoes on first.
What about it?
Yeah, hold on, I'm about to tell y'all the story. Hold on.
Yeah, tell him.
Then put my shoes on. He gonna try to whip my ass after this one.
Ooh.
How long let me got that put my shoe on?
Oh, wait, did you see?
What's his name?
Wait a minute. Y'all, this is scary. This is scary. Did you see how he just hold on. Oh, let me give credit to Mickey Truth on YouTube. That's where I found this video at YouTube. Mickey Truth, Mickey Truth. Did y'all see how he looked at her?
Bernicia, that you had some shit you can't get rid of.
Looked at her when she said, hold on.
And that was before me, baby. And you lied like, when you came home from prison, it might be true. When you came home from prison, you threw your paperwork out the window. And while you telling shit, tell them about that story. Tell them about the shit with what is it called, Odie? Whatever the shit.
Who?
Whatever his name.
Obi.
You see how his face changed when she said he looked at the camera like, oh no, she did.
Paperwork out the window. And while you telling shit, tell them about that story. Tell them about the shit with what is it called, Odie? Whatever the shit.
He can't believe she said that.
Who?
Whatever his name.
Obi. By Obi? What about it?
Tell him that part.
What about it?
Tell him.
You tell him. What about it?
You can try to put my shoes on first.
What about it?
Yeah, hold on, I'm about to tell y'all the story. Hold on.
Yeah, tell him.
Then put my shoes on. He gonna try to whip my ass after this one. How long let me got that put my shoe on? Shit, no you lost. I'm gonna put my shoes on first.
What about it?
Yeah, hold on, I'm about to tell y'all the story. Hold on.
Yeah, tell him.
Then put my shoes on. He gonna try to whip my ass after this one.
Oh hell no. Oh hell no. He looking at her like, bitch, I wish you would. She not noticing none of this. I guess when you in the moment, you know what I'm saying? I guess when you in the moment, um, you wouldn't notice it, you know. Oh, thank you. Thank you to the person that just sent me that. Because she's more so focused on the camera or whatever, the live and telling her story, her side of the story, whatever. But I'm from the outside looking in, you know, after this tragic situation, you know, look at how he looking at her. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know she was gonna lose her life after this. She really didn't, because she's laughing and stuff like that. And you could tell that her getting her behind beat by this man is something, it's something that she's used to, because she's saying it like it's normal. Like, oh, let me put my shoes on because I know he gonna beat my ass after this. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like a everyday thing, you know. You know, it's this is crazy.
Hello, let me put my shoe on. Shit, no, you love the sneaker beats. So y'all, for one, let me clear the story because he told a lie from the beginning. Starting with the squeeze situation, that was a lie. Let me goddamn, you ain't gotta follow me. This is the weakest gift.
Somebody just sent me something. Hold on. Uh Hold on. Anita said whatever she knew, it was something. Whatever she knew, it was something he only trusts her with. Besides telling her he was taking that to his grave. Sunshine said, "Get out, ladies, just go." I'm chosen said, "Never had her head knocked between or into the wall." Because no, I think she have. I think he has definitely beat her before, because he kept saying it. Like, they both kept saying, like, yeah, you tried to hit me, or I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop your. I had to whoop her ass. Like, it was just like, you know, it was normal. Let me see. Somebody just sent me this. See what this is real quick. Hold on, yeah. Okay, okay. Somebody just sent me this. So I guess I'll play it. I think that it may be a different story or whatever, but I guess in some way it relates to what we're talking about. Shout out to Carlos King, because this is his content that I'm going to do the commentary on. The name of the video is "Brother Breakdown Crying After His Brother Exposed His Wife Gave Him Herpes and Unalived Her." Let's see. Is this the same? Hold on, y'all. Okay, well, let me just play it.
Whew. I would say it like this. Damn, bro, sorry to take you serious, man. And shit, I thought it was just a typical. I thought I thought it was just a typical, but I ain't gonna cap. I thought it was just a typical. I thought it was just the normal bro and sis, you know? And this ain't.
Oh, that's the man's brother. Well, how come it says gave him herpes? What does that have to do with anything? Somebody just sent this to me, so I don't really know what it is. Um, she's weird. I'm sorry. Let's play it then. Let's just see what he.
This real. This real. This the realest I can get. 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 That's the realest it can get. This the realest it can get.
What's he talking about?
This the realest it can get.
Is he okay? What does he keep saying the same thing?
This the realest I can get. Y'all, this the realest I can get. I've been real with y'all about everything. But this the realest I can get. This the realest I can
Wait a second, y'all. Now, hold on, now. Wait a minute. So she slept with the man's brother. What? It gave him herpes? What is going on here?
get. Y'all know how much I love Mark. That nigga Mark did everything for me. That nigga ran for me. Nigga challenged B for me.
Okay. She gave the husband her. Okay, gotcha.
Everything. This shit on my brother name, I'ma kill him. Oh God.
You were unaliver too.
Hey, this is the realest it can get. I'ma tell y'all. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't take you serious. Nigga, I'm sorry I ain't take you serious. Nigga, I'm sorry.
He's saying I'm sorry to take you serious. So did his brother tell him? Did his brother tell him what he was thinking about doing?
Whew. My brother, I love you. I love you more than a lot of people love you.
Okay, I got it, Danny. I got it. Because at first I'm like, huh? Okay, so is that what he was really trying to tell? Is that what he was trying to? Is what the Frenchman was trying to tell when he was live? I guess it sounded like that might have been what the story he was trying to tell while he was live. He was trying to get to that part, I guess, but she kept interrupting him. Now I guess I see why.
I love you to my dying breath. I love you to your dying breath. I did. Whew. Hey, you want to see real? I wish y'all wouldn't have pushed you, my brother. But I can't take away accountability. You know, we all told you to leave him. We all told you to, you know. And I'm sorry for her family too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for 7, my niece. My niece. I'm sorry for Cody, my nephew that you took on as your own. I'm sorry for that. I'm so sorry. I wish I would have. I tried. I called. Everything. I did. I called. But he didn't pick up. And it's okay. It's okay. But I'm going to be real with y'all. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Guess what my daddy said? My daddy said, now you free. Now you free. So, it's all, dang. I took it for a game. I took it for a joke, y'all. And I shouldn't have did that. And for that, I apologize. But I'm not going to say much. I'm going to say, bruh, I love you. And, sis.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. The sores all in her behind. I didn't see that part. Okay, let me, because I was lost to Valencia. So basically, this is the Frenchman's brother. Somebody just sent me this video. I hadn't seen it yet, but this is the Frenchman's brother right here. He did a live after they passed, and where the herpes comes in at is the Frenchman was live earlier because I think it was more. It was, I believe it was 2 lives. One of them got deleted. I haven't. Well, I do see that you can find it on YouTube, but initially I was looking on Facebook. But anyway, one of them had gotten deleted. In one of the lives, he was talking about how she had contracted herpes, gave it to him, and also I think gave it to somebody that he knew. And so he was trying to, or he did tell that story on Facebook, live. And so that's the reason why she wanted to tell everybody about the Odie story. And I guess from there shit went left. So yeah, that's why she wanted to embarrass him, because I'm guessing he embarrassed her. I didn't hear the part about the sores in her behind. Oh my word.
I love you. I'm not gonna take nothing away from neither family. I hope I can be a part of my niece's life.
You know what, Danny? When she said she was gonna tell people about Odie or Obi, whatever, I thought that it was because he was in prison and he had did something with a man. My mind instantly went to being on the down low. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know why, but he kind of gave me that vibe anyway.
But goddamn.
Were you or a loved one admitted to an Illinois behavioral health facility? A global settlement.
Mother fruit already gone for killing J-Bo, my sister, brother. My biological sister, brother, lost his life to my brother, and now I got to deal. Hey, but I'm built for this. This is what I'm built for. I'm built for real pain. I've been going through it since a jit, right? So I'm built for this. I can take this. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I can take this. But I ain't gonna keep y'all long. Guess what? I'ma still get over here for Father's Day and I'ma smile with my kids. You know, I ain't gonna show my kids no goddamn, nothing crazy. Yo. But yeah.
I could tell he drunk.
But hey. Yeah, I can't believe it. Nigga, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Long live Martin G, man. Long live Martin G, bitch. I ain't finna do too much. I'm gone. I'm out. I love you, Poppy. I don't, if anybody comments I miss, I come back to them. But yo, goddamn, I had to do it one time for my brother. Nigga, I had to do it one time for my brother. Nigga, I'm talking about that little nigga now. I'm the little bit brother. I'm talking to him. But yeah, goddamn, I had to do it one time for bro them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna keep my head up. I'm a real soldier. I'm built for this shit. I'm built for this. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And we ain't gonna make it nothing that it ain't. We ain't gonna make it nothing that it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Shit, keep a smile on my face and, yo, be with my daddy tomorrow. My son's gonna be with me. You know what I'm saying? And, sorry, everybody family gotta go through this shit. I can't believe it.
Daddy, that's because his ass is drunk. He drunk. He all off top. First of all, he drunk, and also he's, in shock and he's grieving. So he kind of all over.
I can't believe it. But I still gotta smile. I still gotta show hope and faith. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta put on that smile, and I gotta go through it. And even if I gotta go through it alone, that's what I'm gonna do. So, lay it out. I wanna say this to my brother. I love you. You everything. You meant so much to me. You meant the world to me. I looked up to you. You were getting money ass. You was a righteous. You just made a wrong turn. And sometimes
your brother was beating on women. He was allegedly unaliving people. He was dealing drugs and doing drugs. He was a damn prison bird, whatever you call. Talking about you was a getting money ass nigga. You was a righteous, cause I don't think he was getting money ass nigga. I don't know what he was. He wasn't no. You trying to make it seem like that? He was a king. He was a drug addict, a junkie, a drug dealer, a jailbird, and a woman beater, a womanizer. That's what he was, and unaliver. That's what he went down in history for. That's what he went. What he known for. We don't know what you
do that, and sometimes we gotta go through that. So I love you to death, brother. I love you.
I'm not saying he in jail, but his brother definitely was in jail. His brother definitely was in prison because he said he was in prison.
To death, brother. To my death, I love you. I ain't never gonna forget you. I'm gonna share some of my memories tomorrow, just like I'm getting on this live tonight. Later out, y'all. Later.
Man, put that black down in my hand.
Look at him.
Put that black man in my hand. I'm sorry, I had to do it, y'all. Who got unalive? Oh, you got to start from the beginning. Where is they daddy at? I heard him say that she blew through $100,000 while he was in prison, but she said it was more. See, she was kind. I'm not, and again, you know, I don't want nobody to ever think that I'm giving no excuses because I'm not. But she was saying certain things to try to be funny and antagonize him. I did pick up on that, but to do what he did, and you know what, y'all, you know what, I felt like from what I picked up on from that last video that we watched, she definitely the mood, the energy definitely changed when she brought up Odie. Whoever, you know, Odie. When she brought that up, his whole demeanor changed, everything changed. He got that, he had that I wish a bitch would look on his face when she said that. I think that's what took her out of here. Whatever was going on with that, that's what really took her out of here. His whole demeanor changed. And she put her shoes on like she was getting ready to run as soon as she said that name. A few souls will probably still be here trying to show off for views. Ooh. I'm telling you, Deputy Sheriff said, but I'm trying to see how she blew the money if he also said she bought some land. I don't know, Lord. Let's see. Before I get off, I want to give a little bit of valuable information. Let's see. I want to give a little bit of valuable information. Now, this is some stuff that people might say, oh, yeah, we know that. And some people might not know. I think that I can't end this live without sharing a little bit of information that can help somebody that's in the chat or in the bushes, or somebody that comes through and watches my live later. Everybody don't know. Sometimes when you say, "Oh, that's common sense information," sometimes common sense ain't so common. I mean, look at our sector. We got grown ass women promoting a woman beater. Now, in our minds, we'll say that's common sense not to do that, right? That's dangerous. That's not something that I want on my brand or my name. That I'm sitting up here giving props to a man that beat a woman. Like, that's common sense. But like I said, common sense ain't so common because that's what people are doing. They are promoting a domestic violence relationship, and I'm gonna bring it right on back to that. Promoting a domestic violence relationship, and in the same token, trying to denounce other domestic violence relationships. How does that work? I'm just wondering. So since I'm seeing that common sense isn't so common, I want to run down a couple of warning signs of abuse. Okay, that you guys could pick up on, maybe in yourselves, in your own relationships, or even in relationships even in people that you know, or couple that you may know, like, you know, I noticed that they do have that going on in their relationship, and start paying a little closer attention, because sometimes women are going through things in the home that they're ashamed to tell people about. That's not something that people want everybody to know. Okay, domestic violence is not something to be proud of as a woman. I'm not saying it's anything to be ashamed of either, because it's never your fault. But when somebody is actually dealing with domestic violence, trust me, trust and believe me, they're not running around telling everybody. They might tell a few trusted people, like, oh, I might tell my sister, or maybe not even my sister, because that might just be too close to home. I might tell a coworker, you know, or I might tell a casual friend or something like that. You know, I need somebody to talk to, but they're not close enough to me to do anything about it. But I just need somebody to have a listening ear, because that's something that most women are ashamed of, that they're staying in a relationship that they know is bad. They stay in a relationship when they know that somebody is doing these things to them, because oftentimes people think that, or women may think that they're going to be judged, or you know how some people do. Oh, couldn't be me. You know that favorite, couldn't be me. You know, that's not something that people want to hear. You know, of course I'm not proud. Of course I feel weak. Of course I feel like I'm dumb for staying in a situation like this. You know, so yeah, that's another thing. You know, with the whole Brianna situation, the way she went around lying on the truth, you knew that she was lying on him just in the way that she was coming out telling everybody that shit. You know, running around from platform to platform promoting it, trying to make money off of it. At a certain point, even Tasha K said that her management had reached out to her because she was trying to sell. Now, Tasha K used those words. She was trying to sell a domestic violence story and trying to build her YouTube platform and switch her platform to more towards YouTube. And she was trying to do that by using a domestic violence story. A real victim of domestic violence is not trying to sell their story. A real victim of domestic violence is not trying to sell their story or use their story for a come up, because it's far too personal. It's far too sensitive. So that was the first red flag, that the motherfucker was a liar. Okay. Miss Jazz, drugs and robbery, etc. Some women think some women do think that the man is gonna change. And I'm gonna get ready to go down this list, but can you really blame some women for thinking that the man is gonna change? No, you can't really blame them, because, and I'm not trying to say all older women, because there are a lot of older women that have a lot of sense, a lot of wisdom, and actually apply that wisdom to teaching younger women. But then you have a certain demographic of older women who still are in that mindset that, oh, girl, all women go through things with their men. All women go through that. Girl, your Uncle Charles used to beat my ass, girl. We all go through that shit. He'll change. Just get that man to change. It's still a demographic of group of women who excuse that type of behavior and sell hope and dreams to younger women that, oh, girl, it's just a little slap, girl. It's just a little choking, girl. Also, he spit on you, girl. Y'all can work through that. There is a demographic of women who still enable that type of behavior and try to normalize it. We see it right here on YouTube in our sector every day. Oh, he's a high value man, girl. So a little spit ain't gonna kill you, girl. You know, those types of women. It sounds like they just got their damn freedom papers. Those types of women. You know, slave mentality. Oh, it's okay to get beat every now and again. You know, just saying. So let me read some of these signs. So one of the signs of some warning signs of abuse in the home or in a relationship include pushing for quick involvement, basically like overdoing it, the honeymoon stage, coming on strong, claiming, oh my God, I've never been loved like this before, or what they call now love bombing. Another sign is jealousy, excessively possessive, calls constantly or visits unexpectedly, prevent you from going to work. This is where it says jealousy, like where they do certain things, like they might try to prevent you from going to work, might try to do things to stop your evolvement or stop you from making money. One of the things that I noticed with Brianna and Janelle is that Janelle, for some reason, is completely forbidding her to show the twins on her platform. Harmony Speaks said something that was really, really let me read this first. The abuse starts in the mind first. They have to manipulate them first, and then it comes physical. I agree. Harmony said something that was really, profound the other day. She said, Janelle is forbidding Brianna to show those twins on her platform. And Brianna, you can tell that, and go watch Harmony's video. Go to Harmony. I'm gonna find the name of the video. Can't remember it now, but she says in the video, you can tell that Brianna really, really, really wants to show the twins, but she's not, because it's not what Janelle wants. Now, we know that if Brianna shows those twins, that she has the possibility of making a lot of money from showing those twins, right? And Janelle knows that as well. But you see Janelle is traveling around doing all of these low budget movies, doing all of these skits or whatever the case is, and just living his life and making money, and he has no inhibitions. Nobody's telling him what he can and can't not do. He controls his how he works and what he wants to do in order to make money. And he's also in a way controlling her, because she's so afraid to actually show the twins and get the views that she really could get, because he's telling her not to the point where she's pretending that she's trying to be creative by making a cartoon series. That's not creativity. That's not you trying to be creative. That's you being scared to death to go against what Janelle told you to do, which was to not show them twins. And if you do, or else. So you're going to show them, but you have to find a creative way to do so, because you can't show them the regular way, because Janelle going to get you. And he told you not to. And God forbid you do what he told you not to do. That her doing the cartoon series, Proud Family, whatever it is that she's calling it, is an excuse for her to put a filter over those babies. The truth is that she's not allowed to show them. That's the truth, allegedly. And then that goes into controlling behavior. Interrogates you intensely, especially if you're late, about whom you talk to and where you were, keeps all the money, insists you ask permission to do anything. Sounds familiar. Unrealistic expectations. Expect you to be the perfect mate and meet his or her needs. The next one is isolation. That also is very familiar. Taking you away from all of you, or creating scenarios and situations for you to fall out with longtime friends and family, to where all you have is them. So it goes on to say isolation tries to cut you off from family and friends, accuses people who support you of causing trouble. That sounds oddly familiar as well. The next one is blaming others for problems or mistakes. It's always someone else's fault when anything goes wrong. The next one is making others responsible for his or her feelings. The abuser says, you make me angry, instead of I am angry, or says you're hurting me by not doing what I tell you. The next one is hypersensitivity, is easily insulted, claiming hurt feelings when he or she is really mad. The next one is cruelty to animals or children. Also sounds very familiar. Unalives or punishes animals brutally. Also may expect children to do things that are far beyond their ability. Whips a 3-year-old for wetting a diaper, or may tease them until they cry. The next one is the use of force during sex. Okay. I'm gonna be careful reading that. Verbal abuse, constantly criticizes or says blatantly cruel, hurtful things, degrades, curses, or calls you ugly names. Rigid roles, and we know he does that. Rigid roles, expects you to serve, obey, and remain at home. The next one is sudden mood swings, switches from sweet to violent in minutes. The next one is past battering, admits to hitting a mate in the past, but says the person made him or her do it. The next one is threats of violence. Says things like, I'll break your NECK or I'll unalive you, and then dismisses them with, I really didn't mean it. Okay. That also sounds familiar. If you look back at the text messages from Brianna that were posted, he texted her directly after his attack and said that he's never done anything like that before. He didn't mean it. Okay. The next one is controlling behaviors using social media or technology. So that is another one that sounds oddly familiar. And what I find interesting is that Brianna kind of introduced Janelle to social media as far as, becoming monetized, so on and so forth. But he has, even though she's introduced him, it seems that he's now controlling her when it comes to social media, which I find interesting. Mila says Janelle made the first weird cartoon filter video. He did. Now she is going crazy with it from what I see on YouTube. Poor thing. Actually, LaTruth made one first before Janelle ever made one, actually. I'm going to try to find it. Then what? SMH just lost no sense. Mila says sounds like Janelle. That's exactly why he has shown them. Harmony says, yeah. Love bomb, yep. Janelle ain't thinking about breeding. No, he's not. I'm not one of them. I will leave a man husband so quick if he so much as raise a hand to me, period. Harmony, Deputy says harmony manipulation is when someone blames you for your reaction to their disrespect, but not their disrespect that triggered you. Exactly. Allure, that part. I saw that too, where he said that he had actually went to now I did see that part where he said that he went to get his palm read, or he called it a reader. And when he did that, the tarot reader, whoever it was, said that somebody had put a root on him, and somebody was praying on his downfall and praying that he failed, and doing spiritual things to mess with his money and his progression in life and stuff like that. And I said, man, this is getting deep. Yeah, he did. He made LaTrue definitely did a cartoon first. Miss Ashley said no, Mila RH was the first one to do the cartoon. I can try to find it. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Somebody just posted it. Almost. Here it is. Okay, let me see. But that's the end of the list. So let me take that down. I'm gonna show y'all the first person to actually do the cartoon filter. It may not, I don't know if it's the same one, but doesn't matter. It's still, it's a cartoon filter. So he's the first one that did that. Let me go ahead and agree.
Cartoon, man. It's me, LaTruth, and what's your name?
Amora.
See, it's LaTruth and Amora, baby girl.
Now this was posted May 17th of last year.
Amora, Princess Amora. And y'all know the song I always sing to her, so I'm gonna do it now as a cartoon. Amora, I just want you to know I adore you, and I'll do anything for you. I want you to know that you are gorgeous. Yeah, yeah. I love you so much, Amora. You mean the world to me. Congratulations on graduating today. Pre-K. Oh my God. Now we're about to have some fun. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You happy? So you ready to go jump on the trampoline?
Yeah.
We about to go jump on the trampoline. She just woke up. So
yeah, I just want to show a little bit of that. I see other people show. I have not been on YouTube like that today, so I didn't get a chance to catch everybody. I got so much to catch up with on everybody else's live streams and stuff. So I definitely do have to catch up. It's so many of us that it's hard trying to catch everybody live because a lot of times if I don't catch it while you're live, it's probably about 40% chance I'm gonna hit the replay. I might hit the replay, I might not. Because some of these lives are over 2 and 3 hours long, so you can't watch everybody's stuff. But I try. Girl, they'll find any reason. Child, you can't make it make sense. The man spends time with his daughter. Every time his daughter is with him, she looks amazing. She looks great. You see how happy the little girl is anytime she's with her dad. You see how much he loves his daughter. But they will spend countless hours out of the day trying to find any reason to drag him and uplift an abuser. I mean, I can't make it make sense. I don't know. I even heard that a live was done about how he was driving with his daughter in the front seat. Then I saw somebody else say that he wasn't even driving, that he was at a charging station, charging his Tesla. I don't know how true none of that is, but the fact that these people will go above and beyond the call of duty to try to find anything, but will conveniently ignore everything that actually needs to be brought to the light, and then turn around and say that LaTruth supporters are one-sided and biased and don't call everything out. Y'all, Brianna supporters don't even have the room or the space to tell us that we don't call shit out. Y'all are over there supporting an abuser, and y'all are over there promoting and in support of an abusive relationship. Y'all have no place, no right to be talking about nobody not calling something out when y'all over there giving shout outs to a woman beater. We don't even give a fuck with y'all. At this point, they all just need to hang the story up. In my opinion, just hang it the fuck up. RH is a great father. Okay, Harmony said, yeah, he was at a charging station. That's crazy how things get twisted. Yeah, that's what I read. I read that somebody had posted a screenshot of him that he was charging his Tesla, but like a bunch of lives were done about how he was driving with his daughter. Oh my God, on live in the front seat. Like, y'all shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. You know what I'm saying? How often have we seen Janelle with his damn kids? I could probably count on my one damn hand how many times I've actually seen him with his kids or post. The only time I see him with his kids is when Brianna's paying for it. If Brianna paying for a vacation, yeah, he might pay attention to the kids here or there or something. But you don't really see him too much with them kids. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. But then when you see a man that actually wants to be around his daughter, he gets talked about. You know, the person that's never around his newborn babies, he's uplifted, promoted, and everything else. The deadbeat, the real deadbeat, and the woman beater. You know? And I'm not going to say alleged because that's what Brianna said. Brianna said he was a woman beater. So if anybody needs to be saying alleged, maybe she should be saying it because she the one put it out. I'm just repeating what she said. You know? Where Janelle from? Matter of fact, I'm gonna start calling his ass the Long Island. Ain't from Long Island or Staten Island. I'm gonna start calling the nigga Staten Island Strangler. They uplifting the Staten Island Strangler, but they harassing LaTruth. And LaTruth is actually taking care of his daughter, fighting for his daughter. You know what I'm saying? Making sure she's looking good, you know. And then meanwhile, you got the Staten Island Strangler that's totally ignoring his 2 newborn babies unless it's unless it's an all-inclusive experience. Unless they on a resort. I'm just saying, you know. I'm just saying. One and only Miss Jessie said it just shows the type of people they really are. Yep. Valencia said about the other adults in front of children. Lines, that's crazy. Y'all, we finna start calling Jonell the Staten Island Strangler. Because that's what he is. He's a strangler. Because Brianna said that he strangled her. That's what was said. Terry Dow said right up. Hold on, let me read Truth Slayer. Truth Slayer said, when have we ever seen our age put Momo at risk? Never. Terry, remember he put her in the car that time and he took the cart back to, you know how the little station you put the shopping cart back at. They was like, oh my God, look, Truth. The Truth left Mosky in the car and put the shopping cart back 2-3 feet away. Meanwhile, Brianna's out at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning at Jonell house on live, and the kids at home by themselves an hour and a half away. You see how that works? So when they say that people don't call out stuff and people only, are biased and, don't call it all out, y'all motherfuckers don't call it all out. They went live for 5 days straight about LaTruth putting the baby in the car and taking the cart back to the Target. You know how they got the little carts section at Target, putting the cart back 3 feet away from the damn car. But then nobody had nothing to say about that girl leaving them kids in the house by herself all fucking night long while she was outside crashing out behind Jonell. You see how that shit work? Y'all gotta stop taking up for the Long Island Strangler. Okay, the Staten Island Strangler, because it's not adding up. It's giving fake outrage. Because I know they love to say that fake. That they love that term, fake outrage. I can't tell why can't we say it again. The Staten Island Strangler. All right, y'all. I'm finna go. Thank you, everybody that showed up and listened to me talk. And thank you, everybody that supported my live monetarily with super stickers, super chats, cash apps. And if you were unable to do that, I still appreciate you. Upper still love you. Just make sure that you like the video. Make sure that you are subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell and select all so that you're notified every time that I go live or every time that I post content, okay? Oh, y'all, that is kind of funny though. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace. I had fun with y'all tonight. You know what? I'm not even gonna say what I'm gonna come back with tomorrow, but I got a story that I want to talk about tomorrow. It's a viral story that's going on right now that I want to share with y'all. So I should be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try my hardest. Okay. All right, y'all. Good night.